Ladies and gentlemen, I promised you, another one of those superb interviews. I get such a buzz when I get a chance to interview iconic people that I used to listen to the radio, and I heard these names come across the airways all the time, and I heard about the PC mysteries and things like that, and I heard about all these big blues parties, which I went to a few of them, but there was two pioneer names that was brought up all the time, and the work that they've brought to this industry, and they've influenced a lot of people as well. So let's get on with it. It's the Industry Street with Peter Terry, with my two great guests. I should be bowling right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Peter Terry, has got them both together. It's not a pre-recorded with one and a pre-recorded with another. I've got them live right here with me right now. The one and only. I'll let them introduce themselves. First, we're going to go to
Desi G.
And then we're going to go to
Barry White.
Oh man, do you know what? This is a privilege more than a pleasure,
nice,
guys. And to be honest, I don't know. I met Desi. Desi, I've known you for about what? It's about a year and a half.
Yeah, about that.
And other than that, I've never ever spoke to Desi. Barry, I've never met you. Let's be real. I'm not going to be. I've known you for years and all that. Not at all. But this Industry Street now, I'm sure a lot of other people would like to know, how did you guys start off? Now, I only found out the other day, now you're going to fall on the floor, that you're actually brothers. I didn't even know you guys were brothers.
A lot of people say the same thing.
It was shocking when I found out, and someone looked at me and thought, are you stupid? Don't you know the industry or something? That they're brothers. And I'm like, but yeah, anyway.
But there's no reason why you should know that.
Right.
Really. So,
Right. So tell us, how did you guys all start up in this music? We're going to start off now as young boys, playing around, and, how did your life start off? We'll start off with you first, Des.
Oh, no, maybe you should let Barry.
All right, go on, Barry. How did your life start off as young boys kicking around?
What, you mean in regards to the industry?
I want to know how you started off in altogether.
Well, number one, Desi's my older brother.
Yes.
He used to go partying. Like when you hear about dances and people say going through the window and all that, that was for real.
Right.
That was proper real.
Yeah, because our parents were Christians.
Right,
yeah,
okay.
And that just wasn't allowed.
You're not allowed out?
You weren't allowed to go to parties and stuff like that.
Right.
So, we were brought up in the church.
Okay, makes sense.
From a very early age.
Right.
Yeah, in fact, the church that we used to go is just around the corner.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it used to be Oval.
Oh, the Oval.
Yeah, Oval Church, and that they have moved, which is the church on Brixton Hill now.
New Testament Church.
Lambeth Road.
Right.
New Testament Church, yeah.
Right. So as church boys then, that must have shocked Mummy and Daddy finding out later on you're in this music game. But as young boys, were you good boys? Come on.
Mm-hmm. Well, we were good boys.
Were you good boys? Even though you're in the church, were you actually good boys? Schooling, all that sort of stuff.
Oh, definitely. You didn't have a choice.
Right.
You didn't have a choice, not with our parents.
Where are your parents from?
Jamaica.
J.A. And so no one got licks then because you were too good?
No. You still stepped out of line from time to time, and yeah, you would get licks. You would.
Was it different from discipline today?
Completely different.
I've got to answer that question.
Completely different. But it didn't do us any harm.
Right.
We should bring some of that back now. But
you should tell them about some of the licks that I took for you.
Yes. Of course.
Come on, Des, tell us.
I was the eldest one, so yeah, I got away with a lot.
Right, so your mum and dad really believed you more than they did Barry, right?
No, well,
I don't think it's a matter of belief, but I just think I could get away with a little bit more, I suppose.
Yes.
Right.
Let me tell you what would happen. If he done anything naughty, I'd get licks. As in, don't do what he's doing. I mean, why am I getting licks? Don't follow him.
Would he laugh at you though afterwards?
I can't remember. You have to ask him now. I can't remember. I'm just taking the licks.
Okay, so at a young age then, you went to school, obviously through the schooling, and then you got to the teenager years, obviously. So where did the music start to sort of appear? Who had the influence? Who picked up the first? Well, I'm going to go to you, Des. Who picked up the first vinyl, and what got you into the music? What made you say, I want to do a career like this? And
I didn't think I wanted to be in the industry as such. Yeah, I liked music, and for me, it was predominantly reggae music back then.
Right.
Yeah, when I left school, right, I'm like, adulthood.
Are we talking 18?
Yeah, we're talking about 18. Yeah, I used to lift boxes for Supertone.
Okay.
So I was a part of Supertone.
Okay. So you were the box boy for two.
I was one of the box boys in Supertone.
Okay. Well, it's a fact. We
Yeah.
got to get, because we all start from somewhere.
Yeah. I was one of the box boys for Supertone and used to follow Supertone.
Okay. Was that both of you, or is it just
No, that
just
was
you?
just me.
Just you.
Me. Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened from there?
Well, from there, following different sounds, soprano B, and from there, that was it for me. I don't know, it just sort of fizzled out.
And then you went quiet for a little while.
It just went quiet for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You was with Sir Lloyd, weren't you?
First of all, Jalox.
Oh yeah, Jalux.
Yeah, the first sound that I got involved with was a sound called Jalox from the Tulsa area.
Yes.
A mate of mine who I went to school with, he lived in Tulsa Estate, and he was friends with these guys. Most of them were sort of like, had locks, hence the name Jalox.
Right.
What happened was, if I'm right, I was about 14, 15. They had proper set, yeah, like amp stacked high, big boxes.
Wardrobe speakers.
Back in the day style,
yes.
And there was a room where it was packed, big long record boxes. And they used to have like little sessions just in the flat itself. And I don't know what made me pick up the mic. And I tried a thing, and a couple of them encouraged me, said like, yeah, you got it. So I was with them. I mean, they didn't play it as much. I mean, like the odd occasion. I knew Lloydie from Sir Lloyd. Tutus, I ended up being in Sir Lloyd Sound.
Okay.
As the MC. You know what I mean? And then I was with Sir Lloyd for a little while, and something just urged me to bust my own sound. A sound called Mighty Diamonds.
Oh!
Yeah, Mighty.
Was that yours?
That was mine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stubbsy's the selector. He's got the sound now.
Wow.
Yeah, but I was in Mighty Diamonds.
I know Mighty Diamonds.
Yeah, and then from Mighty Diamonds, me and Desi got together and done our own thing.
Well,
wow.
Right, this is where I came in now, right? When they were in Mighty Diamonds, I kept a couple of dances. I had a friend called Junior.
Yes.
I used to own a cab office in Brixton.
Granada Car
Hire. And we used to keep I was like a promoter.
Yes.
So I was keeping a couple of dances where we would use Mighty Diamonds.
Okay.
Yeah. But in all this time of, being around sound systems, yeah, I always used to think to myself, I'd love to play music because I feel I could play music, But I never got the opportunity. Never. Even with Mighty Diamonds, I never got the opportunity because they had their selector, which was Stubbs.
Right.
Stubbs was the selector.
And you would never get a bring in.
You never, no, you would never, especially with Stubbs, no, you wouldn't get a bring in, no.
So then after that, obviously, then you guys decided, we're going to do our own thing. Is that how it happened?
I can't remember. To be honest with you, I can't remember exactly how it happened. But I remember High Tension being formed.
Right. If we can back up for a little bit.
Yeah, no,
as I'm sitting there, it's coming back. In actual fact, Stubbsy wasn't the first selector. The first selector was Paul Richards. I forgot the name of his sound now.
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, Paul Richards.
I always thought Stubbs was the first selector.
No, it was Paul Richards.
Was it Paul?
Yeah, I'm sure it was Paul Richards. And then Stubbsy came along, and then, like you said, Stubbs likes playing his music. He's sort of like edged.
He's very possessive.
Yeah, he edged Stubbsy
Well, it's
out.
like a man don't like to bring a man in, though, does it? Because they're scared that somebody could take over or something. Don't you think that's the thing?
I suppose it's like football today with
It's
strikers.
like anything.
I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. If you're a selector, you want to play music.
Yes.
And you want to play music all the time.
Yes.
So there isn't a space to bring anybody else in. It's not because you're scared. You just want to play music all the time.
Right. And then after that, it came about this big name came about, if I'm right, or am I going still a bit too far?
What, High Tension?
No, it wasn't the higher tension. Obviously, you've already had that sound, right? You've been through that sound, right?
So we had High Tension.
Yes.
Right, and High Tension went on for a few years, didn't it?
Yeah, because what it was, when we got together, it was a crossover from reggae mainly to soul. Soul music started to get popular.
Yes.
I wouldn't put my hand on my hand on heart and say we were the first one, but we were one of a very, very, very few playing predominantly soul music.
When you're saying
Facts.
soul, are we into
We're talking about
rare
80s,
groove? Are we just saying 80s
80s,
beats?
80s,
Okay.
80s beats.
Yeah. Okay.
80s
Okay.
beats.
Back then there were reggae
We're talking about
consistently.
Leroy Burgess. We're talking about
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Okay. And then from that, obviously, you guys came as the mighty Desi G and Barry White. Is that right?
No. We weren't Desi G and Barry White for a long time.
Talk. It's all your air.
High Tension, right? If I go back to High Tension, Paul was the selector.
Yeah,
Paul was the selector for High
that's
Tension.
right. Stubbs is more reggae. I
And
would
High
say.
Tension went on for years. Yeah. And to the tail end of High Tension, I don't know how I became the selector, but I became a selector, right? High Tension sort of fizzled out, right? And one day a guy came to us, right? We knew him, and he said, "Boy, Desi." Right? Because
Were you always called Desi G?
I've always been called Desi.
Always been called that, and you've been
In
always
fact,
Barry
my
White,
parents
yeah?
have all.
No.
No. I'm going to tell
Okay.
you the story.
Okay,
Well,
go
we'll
ahead.
we'll get to that.
Go ahead.
I've always been called Desi.
Right.
My parents have always called me Desi. Right. So adding the G to it, right, because my surname is Graham.
Okay, I see.
So
you. I see you.
that was so easy. Many people will know this name, Tony Nix.
Yes, I've heard that name.
Came
as
to
well.
me and Barry and said, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you come in? Because Touch of Class wasn't really doing much at the time. There was sort of the name was out
And
there.
that was his. Was that his?
It was
sound?
his sound.
Okay, yes, I heard about that. Yes,
So basically, at that point,
that's a R.I.P. Right?
yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So basically, at that point, Desi G and what were you called then? It wasn't Barry White.
You know, it's gone.
I can't remember what he was called,
Daddy
but it
Mikey?
wasn't Barry White.
Was it Daddy Mikey?
I think it was Daddy Mikey.
I think it was
Daddy
Daddy
Mikey.
Because
Daddy
my
Mikey.
name is actually Michael.
Yes.
Michael Mikey.
Right.
So
Yeah, it was Daddy Mikey.
I was called Daddy Mikey.
Right.
We came together,
Yes.
right, at the suggestion of Tony Nix, right? We came together. Now, the thing about us coming together, Touch the Class really consisted of Tony Nix and his brother, Slim Tim,
Right.
right? And then you had Daddy Mikey and Desi, who were two brothers.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And like I said, Touch of Class was about before we joined it. But when we joined Touch of Class, right, that's when Touch of Class really kicked off big time. It had its selectors, yeah, that were in it. But at the time when we joined Touch of Class, the sound was sort of stagnant.
Right.
Yeah. And we joined it, and Tony being Tony, right, great personality, yeah, he knew so many people, right? So we started playing here, there, everywhere. We started playing all over London.
Right.
And at that time, the two selectors in Touch of Class was Slim Tim and myself.
Okay.
And the two MCs was Tony Nix and Daddy Mikey.
Daddy Mikey.
Now, Daddy Mikey got his name through Barry White,
the artist.
the artist.
Yes.
Because
yes.
people used to say, boy, I'm so
Yeah, because
like
your
Barry
voice.
White.
Sorry to cut you, Des. Because your
Yeah.
voice is so deep, and it's so distinctive. And everyone does talk when it comes to MCing and that for a sound or something. It's a distinctive voice that carries it a long, long way. And your voice is very distinctive.
Having said that, his voice is deeper than mine. Have you picked up on that?
But but Des don't really talk, do you, Des?
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
I talk
People
when I
be
need to talk.
Yeah.
All right, tell him who actually named me that though.
I can't remember. Who?
Right, it was Skanker from Funkadelic.
Okay.
He was the first person, right, who basically said, no, Daddy Mikey, Barry White.
Barry White.
Yeah, he was the first person.
Right. Because, like, as I say, with that voice, and so at the moment, is now, after the Funkadelic, is the name now branded a Desi G and a Barry White? Is that formed yet?
Then the name started to form from Touch of Class.
Right.
Yeah.
So why did you leave Touch of Class?
Let's before we get to that stage, yeah. I gotta send out props to Mystery, yeah, because
Real.
He brought you in.
Tony Nicks and Mystery were friends,
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we didn't really know Mystery then, did we? Really?
No,
Yeah.
no.
But Mystery was big,
Humongous.
right? He was humongous, yeah.
Humongous.
And Tony used to get us dances where we were playing with Mystery, right? It wasn't Mystery then. What was the name of his sound?
Who?
It wasn't just Mystery.
Ladies' Choice?
Ladies' Choice, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, Ladies' Choice, right? With PC Mystery. And I used to stand there, right, as a selector, right? Up and coming selector. And I used to watch this guy and I used to be amazed
What a mystery.
at Mystery. I used to think, he's got the
Do you know what's
people-
good, Des? I'm going to be straight with you.
I think I know what you're going to
I'm going to
say.
be straight with you. You're massive in this game yourself, and for you to sit here with me and give one man massive props on your career, you deserve a handshake, bruv. Because a lot of people don't do that.
yes,
They don't do
yes,
that.
yeah.
People will not tell you who brought them in. And for you to sit there and say, I was actually amazed. People don't say that.
Oh, yeah.
So 100% props for that.
Oh, yeah, I think Mystery had a big hand in Touch of Class because Mystery had the crowd.
Yes. Wherever Mystery went.
Wherever
they'll follow.
Mystery was, that's where the
They'll
crowd
follow.
was, right? And because we were playing with Mystery a lot, then I could showcase my talent. You know?
Because you played the same music, right? In the end.
We played the same music in the end, but that's the thing with selecting music, yeah? Two people can play the same tunes and they sound different
But it's the way they play it.
because it's the way they play it.
The way they play it. 100%. So of course, so you went to the rave and you saw the way Mystery performed.
I was mesmerized. You know, I thought...
What was it about what he did that sort of
He's
inspired
the
you?
way he used to just have
We're not talking about cussing the people.
No. Right? Even that, right?
That was a comic, wasn't
Right?
He had them in the palm of his hand.
He had them. Yes, he had them eating out of his hand. He could do what he wanted.
Yeah, anything.
Paul Charlton, right,
Yeah.
could walk on water.
As far as the
Then he
public
could do
was concerned,
as far
yeah.
as the public was concerned.
Yeah.
Right. We also used to do a lot of dances in a place called Warehouse, which is in Lewisham.
Yes.
For Father Louche.
Yes. Yes.
Right. And you know, from playing in these places, yeah, Touch of Class just got bigger and bigger and bigger. Right. East London, all over London, West London. You know,
I mean, everywhere.
Well,
Everywhere.
Touch of Class was a main name. It
Yes,
was one of the
yes,
big names.
definitely.
Yeah.
Along many others, it was one of the main names
Yeah.
that was called up all the time. And then, of course, you know, you're talking about the Ladies' Choice at the time. And then all of a sudden, if I'm right, have we got to the stage of the Desi G and the Barry White?
Yeah.
Because I remember that name.
right.
I remember that name.
Well, like I said, while we were in Touch of Class, by this time he was known as Barry White and I was known as Desi G.
Right.
Like I said, you had Slim Tim and you had Tony Nicks, but we came under one umbrella, which is Touch of Class. And you know, like I said, things went on from there, and you know, we're a family.
Yes.
We're a two family, right? You had two pairs of brothers, right? But like in anything in life, you have your squabbles.
Right.
You have your squabbles. And it got to the stage, for me, I don't know about Barry, but I just thought, I can't take this anymore. So that's when we departed.
Was it about popularity?
It wasn't even about popularity. I think it was more about money.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was
Right.
about money.
Right.
We didn't think we was getting what
you
we...
were due.
Yeah. I don't mean... Us,
Not in a rude way. It's
No,
business.
I don't mean me and Barry in particular. I mean the sound wasn't getting. I think we should have been charged in more.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think we were getting what we deserved.
So they
But-
were undercutting themselves, you'd say.
I think, you see, because Tony was such a popular guy, he would do people favours.
Too many favours.
Too many favours. Where we said, Tony, no, you should have charged them X amount. And Tony
Right.
said, oh, you know?
Tony was a sort of a happy-go-lucky person, and he was making his money.
Tony was a roadman, so he's making his
Yeah,
money.
but not only that, he could do building trade. He could do it, put his hand to anything.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he'll always make money.
Yeah.
And he was making his money. So
Yeah.
he didn't really worry about the sound money. So if he comes to, you came to him and said about a dance, he'd be more like pally with
It'll
you
be a
and
fun
not
thing.
business.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not business.
It'll be a
right.
We
fun
weren't
thing.
getting paid up,
Yeah. Let's have a little party time.
Yeah.
A lot of times we played that. Tony wouldn't even take any money.
Yeah.
He'd let me, Tim, and Barry split it.
That's true.
Right.
Because Tony weren't worried about money.
Right.
You know, but like I said, it came to the point for me where I just thought, I can't be doing this no more. You know what I mean, and we were playing out. So,
You were everywhere
yeah, and it's not just weekends we were playing out.
In the week.
in the week. Yeah. But a lot of your things were, until you became household members to my right in Oasis. That name's come up so many times. You also were doing a lot of blues parties.
Oh,
weren't
yeah,
you?
because
the
that's-
original blues parties,
yeah.
which was the legendary parties back in the day, correct?
Yes.
And that's where everybody used to go, because we used to have the little 2 o'clocks. I mean, you'd have the All Nations and the Trends that would get to 6 o'clock. But when that finished, you'd have this
The
late
blues
thing
bars,
that
yeah.
went on after,
Yes.
where you would start playing.
Yes.
Okay, and that legendary thing is still going on. Why do you think it's still going on from this day? Because people are still trying it.
There's
And what's the difference between today and back then, would you say? Is it the same?
No, it's not the same. It's completely, it's changed.
Explain this.
And unfortunately, it's changed for the worse.
Why'd you say that?
Because I'm going to say something that's very controversial now, yeah? What changed it is when a bashment came in.
Okay.
The hardcore bashment, yeah? You started having some, I would say, negative people coming to the dances, yeah? And too much bashment was being played. When we first started playing, we didn't play any reggae.
It was all Red Groove.
There was
wasn't it?
no reggae played. It was either,
It's true.
whether it was rare groove or whether it was 80s, it was just soul.
So,
All night,
Yeah.
from start to finish.
yeah.
And then, we used to play revival. So it would be soul and a bit of revival.
Is that revival reggae?
Revival reggae.
Dora Wilson, things
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Love, a little bit of lovers,
Lovers.
rock and so on. Yeah?
You couldn't stop the lovers.
No,
Come on.
no. But when the hardcore bashment came in, things started to change. Yeah?
When you say the hardcore bashment, are we talking the Vibes Cartel? Vibe Cartel wasn't around at them days.
No, no,
Are we talking about
Shabba.
Pum Pum Shorts and Shabba and Red Rat?
No, you see, okay.
Because there's different types, isn't there,
Right.
obviously.
That was all right.
That was dancehall.
That was dancehall.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Notice I said hardcore bashment.
Yeah.
The dancehall was all right.
Yeah.
Because I used to play that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was quite acceptable, right? It should have never have got diluted, and that's what made. See, it's making me think about other things, but we'll come to
No,
that.
you could talk. This is your airways.
Well,
this is your airways.
That's why the scene is the way it is now.
Is now because of the
Yeah.
dancehall.
Not necessarily because you're trying to be all things to all men. Yeah.
Right.
I think you should, concentrate at what you're good at,
Right.
and leave that something
Someone
else to
else,
somebody
yeah.
else.
I see you. I see.
Yeah.
I
You,
see.
you master one thing, and when you've mastered that, yeah, then maybe you could move on to something else. But I think with a lot of selectors, right, they're trying to be all things to all men. But you've not even mastered the main thing yet.
Okay. So basically, what you're saying to me, it sounds like there's stay in your lane. That's straight, isn't it?
Yeah, that's basically.
Stay in your lane.
Sorry. Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But I think that's why things are the way that they are now.
What do you think, Bal? What do you think about it? Do you feel that it's changed in a big way as well?
Yeah, likewise, I think it's changed. Having said that, I could listen to him and take it on board, because even though I'm involved and I've been involved for years, yeah, it's not my department. I have to take notice of what's happening because I'm involved with it. Yeah. But he's going to penetrate it, and put it underneath a microscope. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's going to take out a microscope and say, "Nah, that ain't right," or what. And that's the bottom line. I'm an MC. I know my music because I'm working with him.
Yeah.
And having said that, bloodline.
But you look up to your brother as well, don't you?
Yeah. I spoke to a family member just the other day. You know when you said, like, where did this music thing come from? Because we are church people and whatnot.
Yes.
Facts in regards to where did this love of music come from? All right, he's my oldest brother. He's gone down that road. I've gone down that road. It's not like if I followed him, like we were up in church. All right, he was more of a rude boy because he'd sneak out and I used to watch him, but I never used to sneak out with him. I was more round, if anything, you would say round my mum's front tail. Right? And there's only 2 years difference between us.
Yes.
Right? But I didn't, he used to go to, he's mentioned Soprano B, Settlement. Now, I didn't go there till when I was late in my teens. He went there in his early.
Right.
But I didn't. But I was reminded the other day that we have come from a musical background because my mum's dad, right, used to play a guitar.
Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't know he was playing on the level which I found out the other day. Apparently he used to play for a little band. Obviously, that was way back in Jamaica, back in those days.
Right.
But everybody knew him as a man. They used to call him Busher Young. He used to play a guitar. You know what I mean? But that's something that wouldn't have come to the forefront if I didn't have a conversation with a family member the other day. And I suppose I said to myself, well, maybe that's where this love of music's come from, because I love music, he loved music, and there's other members in the family that love music.
Right.
You know? And all the same, we sort of gravitate to the same type of music as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like if, okay, the other family members into hip-hop or whatnot. We like all genres.
All genres.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, after that situation you're talking about as well, is this now we're in the Desi G and Barry White, or is there still another angle that came?
No, there's still another angle, because if after we left Touch of Class, we formed a sound called Latest Edition.
Okay, so Latest Edition was put together by who?
Latest Edition was put together by a guy called Barry Bam.
Okay.
Right? He used to have a record shop in Peckham.
Okay.
Right? And Latest Edition consisted of me, Barry, DJ Legs,
yep.
EastEnders,
yep,
and Jazzy J.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Because this is, I think, or what my memory is telling me about Desi G and Barry White.
So,
I think Desi G and Barry White, apart from coming from Touch of Class, is the fact that, yes, them guys are with Touch of Class, but it was when we was on the radio. Because you're hearing Desi G, Barry White. They would, do you understand? You never had the Touch of Class on the radio.
Yes.
I would say, because I'm the mic man, blah, 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 Touch of Class. But it's like...
Yeah. No.
Did you had a radio show, didn't you?
Yeah.
Where were you on? Rock to Rock?
No.
Where were you?
We were on a station called Phase One.
Phase One.
That's where we started off.
Okay.
We started along with Groove Rider.
Yes.
Fabio.
All the drum and bass boys.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm related to Randall.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so that's where we first started.
Right.
Yeah, obviously, although we were part of a team, i.e. Touch of Class, but that sort of pushed us more in the spotlight.
Yeah,
because we
I
had
heard of
our
phase
show.
one. I heard of phase
We had
one.
our show. But, you know, after phase one, we went to lots of different stations.
Talk about.
Okay.
Talk, Des.
We used to be on a station in West London called, what was that station?
Fresh FM.
Fresh FM.
Yes, heard of Fresh FM.
We used
Yes.
to be on Fresh FM.
Yes, go on.
We used to be on Power Jam.
Power Jam.
That was with TW. TW, you had Mega T.
Yeah, Mega T.
Cabbage Man. Right? They were all sort of like the people that we knew to be
Right,
controlling the
right,
station.
right.
I would say that's when it really took off, when we went to Power Jam.
When you went to Power Jam.
When we went to Power Jam, because, I'm not apologising to say, we had London locked down. On a Saturday, 6 to 9, everybody, right, was
Used to
listening.
tune into.
Used to tune into that show,
Yeah.
right? I want to know where the dance is afterwards, the house dance.
So radio does work to advertise a promotion.
Yes, of course it does. Of course it does. Of course it does.
And then, so hang on a sec. So why are you guys still on radio? Why did you decide to sort of pull the plug on radio? I'm sure you've had plenty of offers.
Well, we didn't pull the plugs straight away, dear. We, after being on Power Jam and then having a long spell that we weren't on the radio, and then we went on to Lightning.
Yes, Lightning.
We joined up with Lightning, and we was on Lightning for, I don't know how long we was on Lightning for.
A long time.
We was on Lightning for a while, and because my brother's lazy, right, sometimes he didn't want to do the show, yeah?
Was it because of the timing? What was the timing on Lightning did you have?
It wasn't the timing. Right.
He's a businessman,
Right.
right? So he had his business to look after, yeah?
Right.
Now, me, I'm a 9-to-5er.
Yeah.
So my hours are set.
Yeah. Where his isn't.
Where his isn't.
Right.
Right? He deals in motor cars.
Right.
So he might have to go and look at a car.
Right.
He might have to go and drop off a car.
And that's making peas, isn't it?
Right.
So he's making money out of
Right.
it.
So he's making his money.
Then
and
going doing the show, which
Right.
I understand.
And then I found, yeah, and it wasn't always him, sometimes it was me, then we were becoming inconsistent on the radio. One week, you turn on the radio looking for Desi G and Barry White, and somebody's covering our show. Yeah?
And peed people off.
Right? It's peeing me off, because you're covering the show, but you're not Desi G and you're not Barry White.
Yes. And you needed a mics man on there.
Yeah, I didn't need
And
a
you
mic-
didn't
I didn't
trust-
need I didn't need a mics man. I needed Barry White.
Barry. Because he was the ingredients
Exactly.
to your show.
That's right. You needed the ingredients, the music and the voice.
Yes.
To me, it didn't make sense
You can't have
having
the
just
chicken.
the music.
You can't have the chicken without having the season.
The thing's got to season up properly. You can't be, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Skirting round.
Yes, I understand. So the radio career obviously fizzled out a little bit then, didn't it?
Basically, we just stopped it. Couldn't really be bothered with it. I mean,
You must have had a lot of people saying, why?
Listen, up to now, people are saying the radio.
So you're coming back on the radio?
I can't see it. I'm an old man. And
I'm an old man. I'm still doing it. Barry, would you go back on the radio?
I could answer that in a minute. Yeah.
Go on then. You would.
Yeah.
You would.
I would.
Well, all the radio
He
stations
would-
out there.
I can't speak for him,
Right.
but I know he loves the radio.
Oh, I love the radio.
Would you go back to the radio, Des?
I would go back to the radio, yeah. But
sign a
one
contract.
thing, more than anything else,
Go on.
yeah, I believe in consistency.
Did you hear that, Barry?
Yeah.
You've got to be consistent.
You do. 100%. So, Barry, would you go back on the radio with your brother?
I would do it in a minute.
There you go. That's going to get sorted. Don't worry about that. Okay. Okay. So then, obviously, time went on now. And I'm going to carry on the rest of the story, Des.
Right. Well, where did we leave off from?
Well, at the end, you're on the radio at the moment.
Okay. So,
And then you were a part of Latest Edition, yeah?
right. Look, when we were in Latest Edition, yeah.
Got to mention Big G.
From Nasty Boys.
Yeah. Because he was part of it as well. Getting it together.
Yeah, but no, it was Barry Bam that inspired that.
Yeah, he was the main.
Big
yeah.
G came in more as a promoter. Like
Yeah,
when
oh,
we
yeah,
used to
yeah,
play
yeah,
at
The wine bar, innit?
The wine bar on Wandsworth Road. I forgot what it's called now. That wine bar.
I was just there today. And
I can't remember what it's called.
Why has it gone up my head?
But that wine bar on Wandsworth Road, I cannot remember the name of it. It's just gone. But you see, after the house dances, this is after the house dance, and at house dance they used to say Continental Wine Bar, Wandsworth Road.
I heard of that.
That's where everyone used to go on a Sunday night.
Right. So what do you think of the raving situation now? I mean, we're talking about the type of music. What do you think of the raving situation? I mean, the clubs we've got now, I mean, we haven't really got much, have we? So what do you think has changed that? Even down to the timings, you know, the clubs. A lot of them, if they could close the doors at 2:00 now, they're going to try and do that. Do you think it's ourselves as well, the problem that we don't go out early enough? We always want to go into this late hours of 6 a.m. or something like that.
It would be nice. It would be nice if people were to make the effort and come out early. But I think with a lot of people, right, they want to make sure that everything that they need to do is done.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then they'll get ready to go out.
Yes.
Right? And
well, that's again with organisation, isn't it?
well, this is it.
Right.
This is it.
Right.
And sometimes you everything might be done, and you look and you say, no, it's still too early. It's, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get there 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Yes. But you know what, you guys, I mean, before we get into the rest of your story, I want to put you guys on the spot because I feel it's needed. You guys work together now and then, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you guys put, because it's all about money really, why don't you guys put a reunion party on together? And I'm sure you're going to make loads of
What do you mean a reunion party?
In other words, not reunion of being back together as the Desi Barat, but obviously if you're going to be doing possibility of a radio show together, it would be a reunion party. So if there was a promoter out there that put that together, or I'm sure you could put it together,
well,
why wouldn't you guys do that?
Well, hold on a minute. Between me and you,
Yes.
right? No one else.
Is this where I cut? Right. Do I cut this out?
No, it's all right.
Okay,
No,
good.
there is
That's
something.
right.
There is something in the pipeline.
Right.
There's been discussions about there being a latest edition reunion.
Okay.
Right, but it's only at discussion level at the moment.
Well,
so.
this is going on the radio now, so do I cut this out?
No, it's okay. It's okay. People might not want it.
Right. No,
So we
they
have
will
to.
want it.
So we have to see if
They
there's
will
a
want
demand
it.
for
Because
that.
come on, be real, right? Mystery is still out there banging hard.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still doing his birthdays, he's still doing his events, and he's still getting people there.
Yeah, of course.
Whether you like Mystery or you love Mystery or whatever, he's still causing a stir out there.
Yeah.
You know, he must be causing a stir because I got him for my birthday, so that's so
Could be a promotion.
but the honest truth is, with the Desi G and the Barry White, before we get into
On that note, what we approached.
do you know what? I'm going to be totally honest with you.
You can't afford us.
I can't afford you.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
It's as simple as that.
There you go. But you know, Desi G and Barry White, this whole foundation, it can't be left alone. I mean, you guys have got to come back, and because there is still room for you guys.
Well, now that you say that, is there room for us? Because over the last couple of years, we've been getting some major fight down from a lot of the DJs out there.
In what way?
Them. Things come back to me. I've got my ears to the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, them man should stop playing out now. You know what I mean? They're boring. They only play rear groove and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is all right. Each to his own.
But
So,
you're not going to satisfy everybody in everything you do, and I'm sure the people that have said that
yeah.
are not satisfying everybody. Everyone's always got something to say.
Everyone's always got. Listen,
so
mind you.
So wouldn't you say proof's in the pudding? You put on a night, see how many people turn up. I mean, it's not rocket science, is it? Really?
No,
you don't agree?
No, it's not even about that really. I mean, because what I'm saying, I'm not talking about the public. I'm not talking about the
You're talking about
paying
DJs.
public. I'm talking about the DJs.
Yeah, but the public come to see you. DJs are always going to be, am I right saying, they're
Bitchy.
always going to be battling.
Bitchy.
Well, of course they are. You know, as I always said, I've said it on a lot of my interviews, if no one's not talking about you, it's because you're not a threat.
Exactly.
If someone is talking about you, it's because you are a threat.
Yeah.
You know, and proof is in the pudding. So I'm putting you guys on the spot now and going, would you put a night on together and bring back the old Desi G and Barry White in a place, and maybe it could happen once a month or whatever? Would you guys be up for that?
What I think about that is I don't think there's any need to do that, because there's something there already.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Legends of Rare Groove.
Yes.
There's something there for that. If that's what you're into, Legend of Rare Grooves is every 2-3 months, or maybe even longer. I'm not sure.
You probably get about 3 sessions.
So if that's the type of thing that you're into, then you go to that then.
Right.
Yeah. But that's, you know, I don't think that type of thing could work week in, week out.
Right.
It would have to. That's a one-off.
Right.
You know, like I said, every few months. Right. Yeah. Because the thing with Rare Groove, you have to love Rare Groove.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, because if you don't love Rare Groove, you're gonna get bored.
Yes.
Standing up listening to Rare Groove all night.
Yes. So after the situation now, the latest edition thing, you're saying there could be a chance of is it a chance of you lot going back in there and stuff like that. What's happened to the Desi G and Barry White stuff? Because I've noticed, to be real, sometimes I see Barry on a few gigs, and I see Desi on
somewhere else. Yeah.
Is that an agreement that you guys done? Because obviously, as a clique, I would have thought you both guys would have been a package and worked together. So does that become because the money's not good out there, or what would you say that is?
No, that all that boiled down to is we wanted to go in different directions. That's all it is.
Was that an agreement?
Yes, yeah, we had an agreement that he was going to do.
So it wasn't a brother. Everyone, you know, a lot of people just talk air. It was like Desi G and Barry White are split up. They've had a fight. They've got into something. You know what? I don't know. It's all over money. Blah blah blah. I mean, you guys do the talk and tell people and put them right with all the gossip.
Barry wanted to go in one direction, and I wanted to go in a different direction, right? So we agreed to disagree.
Right.
Yeah. Barry's going to do his thing. Desi's going to do his thing. It's as simple as that.
So
people are trying to make something out of it or make some sort of drama. There's no drama. That's it.
Drama.
That's it.
Yes. Okay. And how do you feel now working on your own, Des? Because you have worked a long time by yourself.
How do I feel?
Do you feel you need your brother back?
No, I don't feel that I need my brother. I think when we're together, when we're on dances together, right?
You know, it's a difference.
There is a difference, yeah? But at the same time, when I'm playing by myself, yeah, around a lot of these other DJs, yeah?
Yeah.
When I come on this, that's the difference.
Right, I see you.
That's the difference.
I see you.
Because people, there's an anticipation there. When's Desi on?
Right.
When is Desi on? Yeah?
Well, you are still a household name. You know, your name, which even if you gave up tomorrow would go down in history.
That's
anyway.
true.
Both of you.
That's true. But you know, for me, right, it's all about consistency.
Yes.
Yeah? If I believe I'm consistent, you might not like the type of music I play or the way I play the music, but I'm consistent. Yeah? I'm consistently good.
Right.
Yeah? Now, all DJs have, you know, you might have an off night. Yeah?
100%. We all
You might, everybody has an off night.
Yeah.
But I believe there's a level you must never drop below. If you see yourself as a good DJ or a good selector, yeah, you must never drop below. When I go out and play with some of these DJs, yeah, I just laugh. I stand there and I watch them and I let them play and I
You
laugh.
have a lot of love with them, really, though, don't you?
No, I don't like most of them.
Oh wow!
I don't like most of
Wow,
them.
Des!
No.
Wow, Des, real
Let's tell
talk.
it as it
God.
is. Yeah.
Why is that, Des? Why?
Why? Because I'm a very upfront person,
I can tell that.
right? I tell it as it is. You might not like me, but I will tell you the truth. There's a lot of two-face and backstabbing, right, in this business, right?
I agree with you.
It's been like that since.
Why is it like that though, Des? Why do you think
The
it's
devil
like
was
that?
a little
Because
boy.
Why is it like that?
because
Is it because we all want an ego?
no, this is the thing. A lot of DJs, mic men, whatever, right, come into this business and they come into it maybe for the love of the music. But after a while, and you're playing music and you got one and two little girlies around you, you start believing your own issue. Yeah? Yeah? Look in the mirror. You're still up. That's how we go.
Oh my God.
Yeah?
Des!
Yeah?
We are.
Yeah?
He's
Do
talking
not-
to gentlemen.
Yes, we
Do
are.
not
We
let this thing, right, take you to somewhere that you're not.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You're just an ordinary person. But because you're in such and such a sound, or your name is such and such, you start believing
Hype.
that you're special.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Always try to keep yourself grounded. Yeah?
Yeah.
And, okay, it doesn't matter what you believe at home when you're standing in front of the mirror. You know what? I'm the baddest DJ out there. But when you go out there, try to be humble.
Yes. Yes.
Because the humblest calf drinks the most milk.
Yes.
Yeah?
I see that.
And in my opinion, right, just off the top of my head, two of the most humblest selectors that I can think of, yeah, is DJ Ali, yeah,
For real.
yeah,
Ali,
I'll
never-
back that.
yeah,
Yeah, Ali,
back that.
definitely.
right,
Yeah, Ali.
and my top selector, right, in my opinion, DJ Legs.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. And there you go, Des. You just said it as it is.
I say it as it is.
Says
That's
it
why
is.
people don't like me, but I'm cool. Because you don't have to like me, but you can't fight me.
Yeah, babe. Because Des, you do get upset quite quick, easy. People do upset you quite easy.
I don't tolerate.
You
I don't tolerate
rubbish. You just go off on it.
No tomfoolery do I tolerate from anybody.
Is there any regrets you've had, Des?
The biggest regret that I had is, you know what? I don't. You shouldn't really regret things in life. You know, when we sort of lost it a little bit in the respect of the crowd, yeah, is when I went away for a little while.
You went for a walk for a little while.
Yeah, I went away for a little while. I was away for about, 3 years? Nearly 4 years, yeah?
Was that stupidity, or would you say that?
That was ignorance
Right,
and my temper.
right.
So when I went away, it sort of had an adverse effect on...
Who's going to take your reins?
Not even that. I think before I went away, we were at the pinnacle.
Yes.
You know, and then when I went away, and when we've sort of had to start again, sort of thing. The name was already established, but
Can I jump in?
yeah, of course you can.
Push.
Right,
Remember.
because he wasn't out there because he was away. I had to live and go through it. It's like everybody started rubbing their hands together like, this is the time, this is our time, this is our time.
Yeah.
Yeah? I used to go to raves. At one time, EastEnder was playing the music whilst he was absent, yeah? And I used to see some of the selectors are still out there now, deliberately sort of like, you know, you could tell by your body language, like they're trying to kill the vibe.
Yeah.
Like, all standing sort of, not nodding your head or nothing, just standing up straight, stiff, like foolishness. But I know what they were. I know what they were on, and I know what they were trying to do.
Right.
There was one promoter. I'm not going to mention his name, no matter how much money you would have paid me. He turned around and said to me, "Boy, you know when Desi come out, like,
You lot are finished.
yeah, like it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same." I just said to myself, I just look. I'm very religious.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't listen to what a mortal says, what a man says. I go by the vibes.
The vibes, yeah.
Yeah, I pray and all that. And if I got a feeling, I'll just go down that road.
So it's a
I never saw it ending.
Spiritual reaction.
Yeah, I never saw. Yeah. So when people was fighting against me, yeah, it kind of makes you. It can stop you. I've seen it finish a lot of people, but I said no. I rate him as a selector, right? I'd be stupid to say I don't. This is not because he's my brother. It's not because of that.
You rate
Because
me
of
as a
the
selector
music.
because I'm the baddest selector out here.
Yeah,
That's why you
he
rate
said
me.
that. He said
Yeah?
that.
Right, but to be quite honest, it's true. And I'm not backing and bigging him up because he's my older brother.
What I would say-
we're not even together, so why would I be?
Right.
I'm just being real.
What I would say.
You will be after
yeah?
this interview. Good.
What I would say, yeah, people might say, "Oh, listen to that statement that you just made." I'm talking about. Remember, we talked about staying in your lane.
Yes.
I'm staying in my lane. I'm the baddest selector in my lane.
In your lane. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, right? There's bad selectors out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the problem. Too many selectors try to do too many things.
Yeah.
You might be playing for 45 minutes. You might be lucky to get an hour. And they're trying to fit everything in that hour. Yeah? Yeah? Trying to throw in all these different ingredients, yeah, in their hour. Yeah? And wait, before you know it, the food burn up. It pots
Because they
wild.
played all the tunes
Right? You know what I mean?
and played it wrong.
Certain tunes that shouldn't even be getting played at that time, you're playing because you want your set to be memorable.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
But it's memorable for the wrong reasons because it was...
Yes.
Look, my standpoint, because I'm an MC, yeah, is simply this. I've worked with him, Desi G. We play when he's playing music right away from the beginning of the dance, right away until in the afternoon.
Right, so the baddest selector. So if I was to put it out there that we should have a clash, what would you say, Des?
I don't need to clash with anyone.
Right.
Right, I would say it's
They need to clash with me.
So if they offered to clash with you and there was a promotion put on,
The promotion, yeah, but I'd have to be getting some good money out
Money
of it
to
because
do.
I'm not one of them DJs who somebody's having a cup dance or a clash, right? And at the end of the night, oh, listen, I've got to be a part of that promotion.
well, you're a legend, aren't you? You are. Look,
Well, I
whether,
don't want a cup at the end of the night.
whether I'm speaking to, I'm talking to Desi G and Barry White, for those who's just tuned in, everybody can say, around the same sort of link, there's certain DJs out there that have got history and that are memorable, and when they sadly pass, those names will be memorable. And the thing about it is, I would have thought to myself, Des and Barry, you could sit down tomorrow. You haven't got nothing to prove. Wouldn't you say that?
I totally agree with you, but we're doing it for the love of it. We love music.
Right.
You know what my view is in regards to a clash? I see it basically as a waste of time. For the simple reason is, as I was saying, he can play music from stone cold dance at the beginning. One or two people coming in right the way to the end and rock the dance. And I'm not saying it because of the obvious.
He's your brother. No.
Right, I'm not saying it for that. These days, a DJ's got 20 minutes, 40 minutes, anywhere between that time to shine.
Yeah.
Look, it's a marathon. Can you do the marathon? A sprint's a quick sprint. Them come on there, play all the popular tune, come off, sit down.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you a good selector as far as I'm concerned.
Not at all. But talking to you, Barry, I mean, you went down a little way as well, in the sense that you came off the scene for a little while through depression. What got you in that angle? What made you depressed? Was it in the industry? Was it the backbiting? What was it that made
No,
you?
it's things in what was happening in my
life,
private
innit?
life.
The passing of our parents.
Yeah,
It's
R.I.P.
lots of different things.
that was one of the major things.
You
You
know?
know, I thought she passed.
Yeah, it was
far
nothing
too
to
young.
do with the business.
No,
really, is it?
nothing to do with
nothing
business.
to do with it. No.
Right.
I mean, I see myself as someone who's passionate.
Yeah.
Right. He mentioned cars. When I
Cars,
do my
yeah,
cars,
yeah.
I couldn't get to.
Because you do your cars,
right.
yeah.
I was passionate about the radio, but it's like levels. Which one come first, chicken or the egg? That was where I was earning my money. Yes, I did know that he's passionate about the radio, and it wasn't a thing like I was saying, sod that. No, but it's like when you work for yourself, time goes out the window.
Yeah.
You should have a cut off, but it gets sort of like dragged out the way, and then I'd come to the radio station probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever, like, and then it'll get the ump.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, too right too.
Yeah.
Back then I was young. I probably think, what's he getting the up for? I'm here and I.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that goes back to the question you said about radio station. Would I want to do the radio station? I loved it.
Yeah.
So there's been no reason why I would say no. Clash, to that point, I don't see it make sense because he is who he is.
A clash,
You know?
a clash always makes sense because, it puts bums on seats.
Yeah, it's about
So
money.
So it's
you're-
about revenue then.
Yeah, it's about
Yeah.
revenue. If
Yeah.
you're a promoter, and you can put something like that together, people will be there. Yeah. So in that sense, but for me, I'm not interested in clashes.
Right.
I'm just not interested. Yeah.
Because you get to fly all over the world as well. I mean, you go to a lot of
Oh yeah,
countries.
yeah.
And
But so does a lot of DJs now.
I understand that, but you know,
Back in the day, you had to be good to do them things. Now
Yeah.
anybody.
So
can
it's
do it.
changed up.
yeah, and the situation is that basically you are DJing all over the place now yourself.
Yeah.
We're obviously going to try and get you guys back on radio. But what is it that you feel needs changing, both of you, within this music game at the moment, as being two pioneers that have been around it, and you know,
Well, shall I
around
start?
the load? I'll be honest with you, around the pack of wolves, because that's what we all are.
Yeah.
We're all trying to get the same crust.
I wouldn't even say wolves, I'll say hyenas.
Hyena.
Yeah.
John Crow.
Goodness.
You say what needs changing?
What needs changing?
All right. The way I see it, I don't think anything needs changing because I think that era
It's gone.
is gone. It's not coming
It
back.
will never come back.
It will never come back. Yeah? I'm talking about the 80s, the late 80s when we started, right? Right through the 90s, right? Up until this point. Yeah? Back in those times, right? A dance was a dance. People lived for raving. Yeah? If you didn't go to the dance, you felt like you was missing something. Yeah?
Right.
It's not like that anymore, and that will not come back.
So when you go to a rave now, what do you feel that Joe Public see? Because, you know, let's be real, a lot of the Joe Public, yeah, you have got the new ones that have popped
Yeah.
up, but a lot of the Joe Public that come to your raves, they still remember you from when you used to bust tunes back in the day, don't you agree?
Yeah.
Obviously a lot of fallen over, but let's be real, they are still the same era of people that used to come to your raves back in the day.
No, because like you said, a lot of past, right? A lot just are not bothered because it's back to this word again, consistency, right? One of the reasons why a lot of people have stopped raving, is because when they were coming out to the dances, they find it's not consistent. It's up and down. It's up and down. You've got, all right, let's say for example, it could be a house dance. Now you tell me, in a house dance, why do you need 6, 7 DJs playing music?
Okay, so there's a prime example that there's too many DJs.
Too many
So
DJs.
for a house dance, a
Yeah.
late night house dance, how many DJs would you say to ride that whole night?
Well,
Well, it's not even all night.
well-
It's usually all day,
Well-
or till 2:00 in the morning. Or
well,
whatever. How many DJs?
Well, I tell you, you need 2.
2 days.
Yeah, because that's how it used to be.
3 on the
Back
max.
when I started playing music, you'd have one sound in one room
And another
and another sound in
Yeah.
another
Another
room.
room.
And it's
Yeah.
as simple
was
as
it,
that.
Yeah.
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 And then when one cut off, the next one would start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would say, we're going to play 2 more. And then but like I said, that was then.
Right.
Right? And obviously, you got to move forward. Yeah. So, up to now, right? You had promoters, yeah? And when I say promoters, a lot of these promoters are sound men,
Yes.
right? And they've got this thing in their head that, you know what, in order to get the crowd, yeah, let me put as many sounds on this bill as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But that can have an adverse effect because you've got so many sounds that the good sounds, right, or the good selectors are not having enough time to play music. So in their 45 minutes, they try to rush through everything
Yeah.
and be all things to all men.
Yeah.
This is why I say stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because if I know that Peter Terry's going to come on and play Bashment, why am I playing Bashment?
You ain't
in
gonna
my set?
touch Bashment.
Let me leave the Bashment then. Yeah?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Let me play something else. So then the people can get a little bit of everything in the 5 hours.
Yeah. So you're really about what it sounds like to me, Des. You're really about value for money.
I'm about pleasing the people. I want to see people dancing.
Yeah.
Another thing that I don't like, you don't see man and woman dancing no more.
He don't see them dancing together, no.
Yeah?
No.
I want to... Listen, I got nothing against gay people, you know what I mean? But sometimes I have to say, right, appear gay people in this place. Yeah? Because
Back in the
you
day,
don't see it no more. Yeah?
Yeah.
But then when you think of the music that's really getting played, it's not really conducive for people rubbing up.
Right. Right.
Because most of it is hype.
Right. 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 So where would you? I'll start with you first, Barry. Where would you like to take the rest of your music career now? What's your plans or in what you feel you want to do to sort of, if you are going to come back out there, if you want to come back out there?
To be quite honest, I'm quite...
When you say come back out there, what do you mean? Because we're out there.
I'm talking about to get the popularity as you used to have before, which, as you said, it's not the same anymore. So what does it need to get to the same? Because I know the exact days can't come back, but the situation could possibly come back. So what do you need to do to get that? With you guys being pioneers, that you think there is an opportunity that it can still happen with the right guidance?
That question's to me.
Yeah, go on, Barry.
Right. I would say it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. There's too many...
It's not going to happen.
It's just, there's too many reasons why it's not going to happen.
Explain.
Right.
Egos.
Yeah.
Right.
Mindset has to be changed. Not only with the DJ, with public himself. You touched on it earlier on. Mindset would have to change then to start coming out early.
Right.
So that, like, if I look at myself, the hours you go through a dance, right, and then if you drink, even if you don't drink, there's gonna reach. It's like going on a motorway, then start cruising, yeah. If you just come nowadays, clubs are finishing with what? Averaging what?
5.
4 o'clock. They're coming to the rave about 1 o'clock.
Right.
Some people don't get in there till
Right, till probably sort of 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So when you really get in there, it's time to go home. It's time to go home. See, selector have to feed off the vibe. Yeah, the people have to feed off the vibe. But they have to change their mindset and come early.
I don't agree with you there. A good selector don't have to feed off the vibe. A good selector creates the vibe.
True. Yeah. But I mean, if to answer it in a nutshell, it's not going to happen. You could create, well, not really a new thing, but try and, you know what I mean? Like try and regenerate that vibe what used to happen.
That generation,
But
this is a different generation that's coming up.
true,
Yeah?
the generation's coming up, and then you got the egos. But it's gonna go.
We're getting older, right? We're getting older, and it's as simple as that. We cannot be harking back for what was. It's gone.
It's gone.
Right? This is something new, right? If you don't like what's going on now, yeah,
Stay
in your yard.
Yeah, listen to the radio where they're playing it.
So Des, how would you correct it?
It can't be corrected. It can't be corrected. What I'm saying is, you've got to work with what's there now. Yeah. I like the fact of you. All right. In order for this thing, then, yeah, if there's a way forward, then I'd say maybe Cocoa White.
Yeah, that's an excellent promotion.
Cocoa White.
Yeah, so excellent promotion.
Because you need to
That's
bring
with
back
Ali and Ray from
Fifth Avenue. Yeah. You need to have a 2-room scenario. Yeah?
But there's still 6 not DJs on that.
No, but hold on, before we get to that, yeah? 2 rooms, 1 room you can have the hype,
Yep.
and the other room you can have
The love up.
the love up,
Yeah.
the rub up,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. Yeah?
The baby making.
Right. Baby making music, as they used to call it, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
The only thing is, you need a venue for that. If you haven't got a venue for that, then it can't be
gonna
done.
work.
Because in places like Royal Lounge and all that, everybody's playing in the same room. Yeah. And
So it needs to be a 2-arena room.
it needs to be a 2-arena.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And then, in order to fill somewhere like that, that's where you have to have a lot of DJs on the bill.
Yeah.
Do you see my point?
Yes, I do. 100%. But Cocoa White, it's a new thing.
Yeah.
It's been going a few years now, and it's very, very put together. So again, a lot of these things it's about organisation as well, isn't it? Because Cocoa White is a new thing. Obviously, it's Ali's birthday and it's Ray's birthday, isn't it?
Yeah.
The same day.
Yeah.
It's their birthday party, and everybody's taken to it. So what's wrong with, even we've got new people, that still come to listen to soul. I'm sure you've seen young people come and they've listened to the vibe, or they've a lot of people just like to see people in a room, and once the whole room is buzzing, whatever's playing, they will get involved.
Totally true.
It's not really about
the genre.
The genre could be banging, and there's 4 people in the room, and the people will just say, nah,
No,
that's
it's not
dead.
happening. Yeah.
But the genre
Yeah.
could be kicking.
Yeah, that's right. It's not always about the genre.
So it's not really always about.
There's got
the
to be a
genre.
vibe
It's
as
got
well.
to be a vibe.
Yeah.
So, like, even when you guys were in Oasis and stuff like that, I understand that type of vibe won't come back because,
Those days are gone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's iconic.
Yeah.
Big up Louis and that. Because you did a lot for Louis as well. Because you didn't just do Oasis, you did a few places. didn't
Club
you?
Zero.
Yes. You did that as well. And again, as you said, fairly, that Mystery opened up a massive door for that for you guys.
Like I said, Mystery is the godfather.
Yeah, he's the dad.
He's the godfather of this thing. Yeah.
He brought it to levels,
Right.
to recognition.
Our
of
whole
the-
scene,
Yeah.
right? You have to say it's
he
down
gets
to
the props.
Mystery.
He gets the props.
It's
I
down
don't care
to
what nobody
Mystery.
want to say.
Yeah?
Because to be honest with you, let's be really honest. Rare Groove, you never thought you'd catch a lot of young people really getting into that, but it was a rich man's music back then, wasn't it? You had to be a big man, a big baller to be into Rare Groove. Don't you agree? Back in the day.
Not necessarily, because I wasn't a big baller.
No, I understand, but the status that it was on, it was like you had to be the in man to be going to a Rare Groove dance. Don't you agree? Or am I
No, because it wasn't. Sorry, it wasn't just Rare Groove. Rare Groove didn't just appear. We didn't start playing Rare Groove. We started playing funk. We started playing. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it progressed
into
Rare Groove.
Right.
Yeah. When we first started playing the type of music that we were playing, it was, I don't know, it'd probably be 60% black and 40% white.
Oh wow. Okay.
That was the type of music that we played.
Okay.
And like I said, there was no reggae. Yeah.
No.
It was people would be sweating. It was hype music.
Yeah.
But it was funk.
Funk. Yeah.
High tension days I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is before we went into Rare Groove.
Yeah.
It was just the love of the music, and like I said, going and watching Mystery and listening to him, yeah. And I fell in love with Rare Groove.
You made a lot of money.
Oh, Mystery.
Ulia. Come on, Des. Come on, Des.
But
He must have made a lot of money.
No, but
them days.
explain that earlier on.
Yeah.
Tony wasn't money orientated.
No, but obviously you pulled out. But even with the little you were getting, it must have been a lot of money back then.
All right, if we was to sit down now and go through figures, yes, it was a lot of money.
A lot of
but
money
at
then.
the time,
But now it wouldn't be.
money was it was disposable income.
Right.
It come and go. It was nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if we saved every penny,
It's different.
oh, we'd be laughing.
You'd be laughing.
But it wasn't like that. You weren't thinking about that.
Right. Right.
You get it? You'd
You
buy
get
a
it,
couple
yeah.
of bottles.
And it's gone. It's
gone.
it's over.
Boom, gone.
Yeah. So, you know, it's a different mentality.
Look, our mentality, or I even speak for myself, I was earning my money. I love the music. I love watching people enjoy themselves. So I'd buy a drink and just share
So
it out.
basically, you drink off your wages.
because
you drink off your
yeah.
wages.
And a lot
we
of my
weren't doing it
wages-
for money. We
And it was
worked-
champagne, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Champagne,
champagne, whatever.
brandy.
But
Yeah.
a lot of my personal wages went back into buying music.
he had to buy the
Right,
records.
Right.
So
That's the difference between then and
I'd
now.
be travelling abroad, right, and up north, looking tunes.
To get tunes. Because you wanted to be the next big one to play that next big tune.
Yes.
Is that right? Yes.
Yes.
I understand.
And even if it wasn't the next tune, somebody might have the tune and I haven't got the tune.
You'd buy it.
And I have to have it.
And we,
So I go searching.
I used to get dub plates done as well, right?
We used to get dub plates done, yes, but I've never been a fan of dub plates. To be
Talk to us, Des. Talk to us.
Because, all right, see when you talk about dub plates, you mean like when an artist.
Yeah, it's a bubble on it.
I don't understand some of these sounds now, right? They call. I don't know. What are you? Are you a soul sound? Are you a reggae sound? Are you What are you? What are you? You're spending all this money on dub plates, yeah? And you.
So what you're basically saying, if I'm right, if I'm corrected, you're a soul DJ, but you got Vibes Cartel spitting on the tune for you. Is that what you mean?
This is what I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. But who am I? Who am I? What do I know? So, you know, one thing I like to say, you know, form is temporary. Barry?
Class is permanent.
Right,
And it's simple as that.
right.
Yeah? So, there might be sounds out there now who, on form, yeah, they're doing the thing, right? And everybody wants to go to their dances. Yeah?
Tell you what, I'm going to put you guys on the spot.
Yeah.
Give me 10 of your best sounds right now.
Oh, that's too difficult for me. Right? If you say to me who's my top selector,
All right, go on. Well, you said Legs.
DJ Legs.
You said
Every
Legs.
time.
Okay,
Every time.
okay,
Yeah?
okay. So you can't give me no names?
I don't really rate them. That's the honest to God truth.
None of them, Des?
No, because they don't stay in their lanes. They try to be all things to all men. The Legs is a versatile DJ, yeah? Legs does the shit that I do, yeah? And he can do what they do as well, yeah? And sometimes he does what they do better than they do.
Right. Barry?
I have to agree with that.
I don't really...
I have to agree with that. I know firsthand. I've been working with Legs, so it is true.
I will rate anybody, yeah, if you're consistent. If you're consistently doing it, yeah? I'm not talking about from week to week. I'm talking about from year to year,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
A lot of people...
Some of the statement that was said with Louis when he said that, again, the name gets brought up, Mystery, 7 solid years,
There you go.
every week,
Oasis.
Oasis.
Yeah.
And nobody has competed with that.
No, but it was. But one thing I have to say, it was a different time. It was a different time,
And that would be
and the
hard to
ravers
do
were
now.
different.
Yeah,
It would be very hard to do that now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
because times have changed, obviously.
You know,
That's all we had then, right? Where now you've got a lot more opportunity, wouldn't you say?
a lot more opportunity to do what?
You have a lot more opportunity in the music, in the
Obtaining
raving scenes,
music.
on the genres of, like, of course you got your soulful house parties, you got your drum and bass parties, all different types of genres where there's a lot more in offer. But back in the day, then there wasn't so much on offer, was there?
There wasn't so Yeah, but sometimes it's not about quantity. It's about quality.
Quality.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sometimes there's too much on the plate.
Yeah.
And you're trying to eat all of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
At the end of it, you're not satisfied. You're not, you know what I mean? Because there's too much. You know? So, I mean, you see when I say I don't rate, yeah?
Yeah.
If we're talking about fields and we're talking about lanes, yeah? Well, then I will say I rate Studio Express for what they do. I rate Fifth Avenue for what they do, yeah? Because when it comes to vibes, yeah?
Them man have got it.
Them man have got it. They can create a vibe, yeah? They can create a vibe. So I rate them for that, yeah? But that's their shit, yeah? And I don't say that I can do that. But nobody can't do what I do. As simple as that.
So, Des, what would you like to do before you hang up your gloves and sit down and say, I've done
See
it?
my children grow up
Are your
and
kids,
settle down.
are your kids in the music field like you?
No.
No? They're not interested at all?
No. My daughter, my eldest daughter, she does come to a couple of raves.
Okay.
The Rare Groove raves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's in her 30s.
Okay. How about you, Bal?
No, they play the music and listen to the music. When I say play and listen to indoors, but none of them's gone down the road that I've been or Desi.
So
no.
what would you like to do before you hang your gloves up?
With me?
Yeah.
Enjoy life. just take holidays, enjoy life.
When you say hang your gloves up, what do you mean? You mean from
Give
the
up.
business?
Sit down now. That's it. I've
From the
finished.
business?
Yeah, from the business.
Oh, I'm never going to hang my gloves up. No. Because as long as they are... The only thing that will stop me from... that will make me hang my gloves up is if people say, we don't want to hear you no more.
Right.
Then...
Which you're not, which you don't get because you still get a lot of bookings.
Well, you know, what can I say? You know what I mean? But if people generally don't want to... I'm not talking about the DJs, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, I ain't got a lot of respect for most of them, yeah? But the paying public say, well, Desi, we don't want to hear you no more. Then I'd hang up my gloves. Other than that, I have no intentions of hanging up my gloves.
Right.
None.
Right.
Why? Why should I?
True.
Because it's something that I like doing. I enjoy playing music,
in your blood.
right? And luckily for me, I get paid handsomely for it as well.
Yeah.
So why would I give it up?
Yeah. True. So is there anybody that you'd say that you've brought under your wing that basically that you've groomed in a sense that you would say as following your footsteps right now?
What, I mean, like a young'un?
A young'un, or even a DJ out there right now that you mentored.
Well, I think this is gonna make you laugh, but if we're gonna talk about mentoring, then I think if you ask DJ Legs, he will say that I mentored him.
Right. So he came up under you in a sense, are you saying?
Legs was always out there. Before I even know Legs was out there collecting music. He wasn't a DJ, he was more of a promoter.
Right.
Yeah?
Right.
But he's one of the people that I could go out and listen to.
Right.
There's not many that I can listen to.
With your influences, would you say then? Are you saying with your influences on your journey in a sense, as you say that you've influenced him?
Oh yes, he will tell you that. But then again, I'd say that I've influenced a lot of people, even though they wouldn't even admit it.
Who would you say?
I'm not going to call names, but
It's for them to
recognise.
Yeah,
for them to
say.
recognise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't call names.
Yes.
I mean, I will. The reason I call Legs' name is because me and him talked about this so many times.
Right. So
Right.
it's nothing.
They never only went to record shops in London, in England.
Yeah.
They took planes to go and get records.
Wow.
I when I started focusing on the music side of thing, I used to say, well, you just said, I used to say, wow,
Wow.
They love music.
Yeah, but in all fairness, no, we weren't the only ones that were doing that.
Yeah, I
There
know,
was
I
other
know,
people.
I know
Dennis
that.
from Company.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well.
He's
But
very much
yeah,
like
but
that.
watch this.
Yeah.
Remember, you're older than me. I was churchified. Yeah. So if you're my elder brother and I'm looking up to you and thinking, wow, do you understand?
Yeah.
To me, that's like humongous. Getting on the plane to go get music. Wow.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I would never put down any of the DJs up and coming or the DJs of today. But look at the work that Desi, Legs, and a Dirty Den,
Company.
those guys put in work to get where they are.
Where they are
I got
now,
the utmost respect for that.
that is true.
Utmost respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that respect.
I have.
In that respect,
But when you say it's made it very easy now, as you know, back in the day, as previously Barry and we were speaking earlier, where we was talking about how it's so easy to get music now. You don't have to jump on no plane.
Well-
you've got the social media, even down to the tools that you use now, being that we use controllers and stuff like that. Well, back in the day, we only knew about turntables.
well, this is all. When I say that you can't bring back what has passed, right? Technology has got a lot to do with it. Yeah, because technology, and I defy anybody to say that I'm wrong. Technology makes you lazy.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
things become easier.
Do you still, what do you use? Do you use Pioneer, don't you?
When
What do you use when you play out? I can't remember.
I use my laptop. I
That's
use
right,
my
you do
laptop. Yes.
So what? So answer me a question, because obviously I got to play devil's advocate. You use your laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Do you prefer using the laptop, or would you rather use your vinyl?
No. People, you can't pay me to take my vinyl out of my house. Yeah? You cannot pay me. Right? I hear sometimes people want to put on these dances where they say it's vinyl only. I haven't got a problem with that because I've got vinyl.
Yeah.
I've got vinyl. Yeah? But why should I take it out of my house for you to pay me £200? Yeah? Or £300 for the night? Really? Yeah? Do you know how much my records are worth?
That's for an hour, though.
No,
Des.
I don't. You can't pay me for an hour.
See.
Yeah?
See.
I've got albums that are worth £1,000.
Yeah.
Now, whilst we're playing all these vinyls, say that we have a little accident.
It's gone. Yeah. The history's gone.
That £200 when you're going to pay me.
Ain't gonna pay for one of them vinyls. Yes, I do see you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And the inconvenience of the record boxes, and those days have gone, right? Technology is now,
Upon us.
right? Your controller
Yes.
and your laptop
To make it easier.
to make it easier.
Yes.
But in making it easier, it's made it worse.
Made it worse. Yeah.
This might sound a little bit morbid or weird or whatsoever, but see me as a mic man.
Yes.
Seeing the record go around, even if it's a little bit warped,
Watered. Yeah.
yeah, and the needles go bubbling,
Yeah, well,
it used to excite
us.
me.
That's
Yeah,
a
but
bus.
wow,
And-
astronomical.
yeah,
but
and
times have changed.
There's some people, punters as well, who used to like that. It's just you can see the vinyl.
Yeah.
You can see the vinyl.
Do you remember the day, Des, when someone used to come over to your record and go,
Oh yeah.
I bet you used to lose it in a dance, didn't you?
Oh, of
Many
course.
times.
Of course. But then people got to know me and they know that they're better.
Don't
than
touch Desi's records.
me. Ask me.
Yeah. Just to say
You know?
rewind. Yes.
But it was all part and parcel of the time, and it was fun. It was fun, and it was good times. But like I say, you can't keep going on about the past, because the past is the past,
and that's the future.
right? So now it's the future, isn't it?
So the future is Desi G and Barry White. Are you going to come together as the brothers, Untouchable 2, back out there, get back on the road again in a bigger way?
No. I'm speaking for myself.
Go on,
And
Des.
because there has to be a demand. I believe in supply and demand, yeah? if people say they want it, yeah,
Okay.
right.
Do you want me to
show me?
Okay, let
show
me ask you a question.
Bums on
Des,
seats.
Des, I've got a radio show.
Yeah.
So if I was to put it out there, and there was enough people saying we want Desi G and Barry White to come again as the two they were. Well, obviously, you're not going to be the two you were back in the day, but the new Desi G and Barry White, the new era. Would you agree to it?
No, I would consider.
You consider it.
I just don't get up and agree to things like that. I would consider it. But when you say you could, you say on your show. Yeah?
No.
Yeah?
No. This is going to be at the end of it. I'm going to ask Joe Publix to send in texts or whatever. Do they feel that they want the Desi G and the Barry White form back again? So it will go at the end of this, and I'm going to be asking you, public, if you feel that these guys deserve to come back again. Do you miss these guys as they were before to come back again?
Yeah, but what is going to be enough to swing the pendulum to say, yeah, they do want you? What's going to be the proof in it?
Well, the proof is that money talks, isn't it?
Bums on
Obviously.
seats.
Bums on seats.
That mean you'd have to put on an event.
Okay, let's put on an event. Let's put on a night.
And you see, not only that,
Let's put on a night, Des.
there's
You know I've got access to a club. Let's put on a night.
Hold on.
Go
This is what I was gonna say.
Go on.
It's not just about putting on an event. Yeah, it's got to be the right event
Yes.
in the right
Place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it have to be in South London?
No.
Okay.
No, it just needs to be the right event in the
Okay.
right place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen,
And then-
we're going to talk off air, and we're going to get something going. Because I know I can get something going, so we're going to get something going.
The lineup
and you're
would have to
gonna
be right
come.
as well.
Well, you guys are going to put the lineup together.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay? And it's going to be your night. Yeah? So you heard it first. You've heard it from the brothers. And we're going to put that together. Okay? So watch this space. So, basically, how does it go from here before we round up? What you guys got planned? Des, I know you got a few dates coming up as well.
I'm just gonna. My plans are just to keep on doing what I'm doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And don't let people upset you.
No, we don't worry about that. We don't need to worry about that. Yeah, to keep on doing what I'm doing.
Yes.
And if I can improve, to improve. Yeah, because you never stop learning things as long as you're alive.
Okay.
Right? So if I can be even a better selector, yeah,
Yes.
then that would be my plan. I have no intentions of stopping. Yeah?
Yes.
Una can't get rid of me.
You heard him. Barry, last words from you, sir.
You mean going down the same line of questioning which you just asked Des?
Yes.
Have you been interviewed by the police before?
For me, I just want to keep close to God, because to me, He's answering everything for me.
Right.
Everything for me.
Right.
He's doing it.
Right.
I feel rejuvenated in my life, my work when it comes to going out and entertaining the people. I feel like the old me again has come back, and the only thing I can say is that's
So you're
through
still
God and my beliefs.
You're still, both of you guys are still up for bookings until we actually get you guys properly back together again. You both individually are still out there.
Individually and together, yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
There you go. So the brothers have not fallen out. The brothers are properly together. There's no fights going on in this interview. So you just heard it. So people have got to stop just talking about, splitting up and they don't get on or anything like that, because that's all just sharp talk. You've heard it from the boys. They are still a team. And basically, sometimes, as you know, they don't agree with other opinions of each other. But that's what brothers are like. That's what friends are like.
That's what people are like.
That's what people are like. You can't just get your own way all the time.
Can I go public with a statement?
You can, definitely.
I love my brother.
You love your brother.
Yeah.
Des? You love your brother.
I love everybody. Of course I love everybody.
There you go.
I love everybody, but I just don't tolerate tomfoolery from anybody.
There you go. Well, Desi G and Barry White, this has been all about your life. Thank you for taking time out. with
Thank you very
myself.
much, Eamon.
And is there anything is there anybody you want to thank or anything before I let you guys go?
God.
And I want the book. Because if this is your life, I want a book.
I just want to thank God, really. I mean, at the end of the day, right, I've been in this business over 35 years.
Yes.
Other than God, I want to thank my mum predominantly and my dad for keeping us grounded.
Right.
And installing certain, things in us.
Values.
Yeah, certain values.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, guys.
Okay.
Thank you. Means a lot.
Pleasure,
Thank you.
pleasure.
Bye. Next week, we have another exclusive. We've got Antonia Pascal, the house DJ. There's more to that story, and that'll be the next on the industry street next week, right here.